Hello, 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 and welcome to M.E.A.T. A lot of exciting stuff to talk about, as you can see here. But before we do that, I just want to quickly mention, a couple of days ago, the Christmas special did come out, and I know it's not Christmas anymore, but I'd greatly appreciate if you guys watch that, because I think it's definitely one of my better painting videos, and one of my better videos overall. And that's a lot coming from me, because most of this stuff is utter bad words. Yeah, anyway, and also Death Guard December, there's a video for that coming out. I believe I've scheduled it for the same day as this meet, so that's fun. Look forward to that. Anyway, yeah, forget all the stuff I do, there's more interesting stuff to talk about. For example, there is a Warhammer 40k Fulgrim model coming out. I believe there's already one for the Horus Heresy, where he's all wormy, but it's Forge World resin, and it's massive wings. I'll put a picture up on screen. It's very cool, but this one's much cooler, let's be honest. So let's dissect this marvellous, marvellous model. Let's start at the bottom and make our way up. At the very tip of his tail is a sort of crab claw, and then it goes into this sort of sea serpent, spined ridge snake thing, and then up into obviously a worm snake thing, and then eventually it meets at the waist and turns into this demon human abomination thing with wings. It's awesome. Very, very imposing and like a very powerful sort of silhouette, you know what I mean? Like, it just looks like a powerful pose and model, which I love. Yeah, moving our way back up, you've got the armour. Now, I'm not 100% on the way the armour's been painted here. If you look at some of the artwork, the armour is purple with the gold ridge. Whereas, in this model, it's all sort of goldy, silvery-ish armour. Which, I mean, it doesn't look bad. By no means does it look bad. But at the same time, I would have liked to have seen it with the purple armour. But that's something we can fix later. At his sort of... he's got a sort of vagina thing going on here, doesn't he? A big hole with obviously Zinch symbol, I believe that is. And I think this is supposed to be like skin that's been cut and is just being held back by pins, which is grotesque. You can even see the little veins on it and how it's hooked into his skin, which is just horrific and pretty bloody awesome. I really like that. That's a cool little detail. Then you got just some generic snake armour pads. He's got this little sort of cape. I don't know if this is like a waist cape or if it attaches to his back. You can't see it in the artwork here. Yeah, it looks like it attaches sort of to his shoulder blade. So it's like a proper cape-ish. Slightly lower down, but obviously he's got the wings in the way. As you can see here, we'll get onto stuff like that later. So we're going to focus on the front view for now. Then you get up to his chest. Now he is quite skinny. If you look at just the normal... obviously this model is probably massive and you could fit like 3 Space Marines in his torso. But as far as the whole model goes, it gets really thin, starts to thicken up, gets really thick in this sort of thigh area, I guess it would be. And it gets really thin quickly, and I don't hate it. I think he's got a cock piece, which is odd. Never mind. Focus away from that. Yes, then it goes up to his sort of torso area, and his armour is full of all these little gems, which are painted beautifully. There's another one down here. And they look really cool. I quite like them. He's a little pretty boy, isn't he? He's like a little prince thing. I know he's pride or something he represents. Who knows? I'm not a big lore guy, but he's the guy who fell to being pride and whatever and looking all pretty and stuff. Which is definitely shown in this model with the golden armour and all the little rubies and gems. Pretty cool. Yeah. Then he's got lots of arms. 4 of them if you don't count the wings. And I imagine he might have some different weapon choices you can take. I don't see any pictures for it here, but I don't know. He might. But the ones that are demonstrated here are one sort of Eldari weird looking, I don't think it's Eldari, weird looking sword, and then one normal sword, as you can see here, normal just power sword, and some sort of weird vine grapple long chainsaw thingy, spine thingy. This is really funky and cool. I like that. And then just one little arm for fun. You know, what if he needs to pick something up? Got to have a little arm. Yeah, there you can see the chainsaw thingy better. Also, a nice little detail on his armour is this wing. I like this wing. I think it's some Slaanesh symbol. I don't know. As I said, not the biggest lore guy, but it looks quite cool. Then onto the face. Let's go down because there's more for the face. Yes. It would appear he gets 4 different head options. One of them, the helmet, looks amazing. I'm a big sucker for helmets, and this one just looks awesome. I think if I was going to do this model, I'd probably choose one of the faces just because of how cool they are. Especially this one. I think this is my favourite of the faces. But I would definitely also paint up the helmet. Hopefully it'll be easy to magnetise these bits, so I can switch them out. It appears his horns are the same. You can't switch out his horns, but they're nice. They're like sort of gazelle horns, I want to say. I don't know. And they got these little metal tips, which is nice. His hair is very flowing and beautiful. But yes, back to the heads. It appears he has evil smirk, evil laugh, sort of angry confusion, and then helmet. I think these are my 2 favourites, but this one's pretty cool as well. Back up to here, let's move on to the wings. The wings start off as these sort of normal arms, and they've got these little chaos tubing bits in them. A lot of chaos models seem to have like tubing built into them. Don't know what that's all about, but it's pretty cool. And yes, they start as normal arms, and where the hand would sort of be, it stretches out here, you can see, which is really cool. And there's a spike at the end, and these just monster wings, which are really like textured across. I don't know if that's just the way they've been painted, but I think yeah, there's actual texture in there, which is awesome. That means these wings will be amazing for dry brushing and stuff like that. So that's very, very cool. Let's look at a couple of these. Yeah, he's got the usual big chaos monster backpack, just a bigger, fancier version of the normal backpacks. Power packs even. And yeah, that's all the photos we have of him now, I believe. But yeah, this is just an outstanding model. It looks absolutely amazing. And I need to go rob some people so that I can get it. Because this is definitely not going to be a cheap model. The next thing that's come out that I'd like to talk about is this sort of Battlefield Trophies box. The Citadel's Skull Kit is an amazing box. It's just full of all different skulls of the different creatures. You get some orc skulls, tyrannid skulls, tau skulls, human skulls, tons of them. It's amazing for decorating bases. This is just like that, but betterer. As you can see, you get a lot more sort of variety, not just skulls. You obviously still get, as you can see, a couple of the normal human skulls, some orc skulls. I don't know what this and big human? I don't know. But they've got some new skulls in here, which is obviously cool. But they've also got a ton of helmets and different body parts. As you can see, there's a... what are they called? A Vespid Stingwing, I believe. One of their skulls, a Gene Stealer, a Tyrannid, a Tau helmet, Eldari helmet, this Dead Space Marine, Chaos helmets, all sorts of Space Marine and Astra Militarum helmet, Sisters of Battle, all sorts of amazing, even like servo skulls, all sorts of amazing little scully things to go on your bases. I'd say if you're considering picking up the Citadel Skulls kit, I'd go for this one instead, because there's a lot more variety. There's even a Custodes head. I mean, this is a really cool box. I will be picking up multiple probably. Yeah, I think that's all I've got that I want to talk about today. Thank you for watching. As I said earlier, please go check out the Christmas special. I think it's one of my best videos, which isn't saying much because they all suck. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Happy New Year's. I don't believe I'm doing anything between now and then. I'll see you in 2025. Goodbye.